ambitious aspirants, I am Advocate Tamanna and welcome to Anmol Mehta Super 20 IAS. So guys, हमारी current affair series अखबार का ज्ञान जो आएगा काम is going on and we have uploaded 6 videos of all the 6 components, that is polity, geography, economy, history, science and environment, and that makes 10 questions of each video, that is 60 questions of all the components. So I hope you guys must have seen all the videos. Have you? If not, you should subscribe to the channel to view all the videos. So let's come back to the component of this video, that is geography. Let's start with the questions. Question number 1. Consider the following statements. Much of Earth's mantle consists of magma. Magma is a mixture of minerals and also contains small amounts of dissolved gases. The high pressure under Earth's crust keep magma in a solid state. So which of the above statements are correct? Option A 1 and 2, option B 1 and 3, option C 2 and 3, and option D 1, 2 and 3. So the correct answer is option A 1 and 2. So magma is extremely hot liquid and semi-liquid rock located under Earth's surface. Earth has a layered structure that consists of the inner core, outer core, mantle and crust. Much of the planet's mantle consists of magma only. This magma can push through holes or cracks in the crust, causing a volcanic eruption. When magma flows or erupts onto Earth's surface, it is called lava. Like solid rock, magma is a mixture of minerals. It also contains small amount of dissolved gases such as water vapor, carbon dioxide and sulfur. The high temperatures and pressure under Earth's crust keep magma in its fluid state. So I hope you know the composition of Earth's mantle, core and inner core, I guess. And like it's basic NCERT questions, you should revise this. Question number 2. Consider the following statements regarding peninsular rivers. The peninsular rivers have shorter and shallower courses as compared to their Himalayan counterparts. A large number of the peninsular rivers are seasonal. Peninsular rivers carry much larger silt as compared to Himalayan rivers which carry fresh water. So which of the above statements are correct? Option A 1 and 2, option B 1 and 3, option C 2 and 3, and option D 1 and option D 2 only. The correct answer is option A. The peninsular rivers have shorter and shallower courses as compared to their Himalayan counterparts. Most of them come from Western Ghats. However, some of them originate in the central highlands and flow towards the west. Rest of them all flow to the east in the Bay of Bengal. A large number of the peninsular rivers are seasonal as their flow is dependent on the rainfall. During the dry season, even the large rivers have reduced flow of water in their channels. Moreover, due to flowing on hard terrain and short courses, they carry much lesser silt as compared to Himalayan rivers. So, do you guys know which one are Himalayan and which are peninsular rivers? Do comment below. Question number 3. Which of the following factors influence the formation of southwest monsoon? Shift of the position of intertropical convergence zone in summer, presence of the high pressure area east of Madagascar approximately at 20 degrees south over the Indian Ocean, movement of the westerly jet streams to the north of Himalayas and presence of the tropical easterly jet stream over the Indian peninsula during summer. So select the correct answer code. Option A 1 and 2, option B 1 and 3, option C 2 and 3, and option D 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option D 1, 2 and 3. Factors influencing southwest monsoon formation are The differential heating and cooling of land and water creates a low pressure on the land mass of India, while the seas around experience comparatively high pressure. The shift of the position of intertropical convergence zone in summer over the Ganga plain, that is the equatorial trough, normally positioned about 5 degrees north of the equator. It is also known as the monsoon trough during the monsoon season. The presence of high pressure area east of Madagascar, approximately at 20 degrees south over the Indian Ocean. The intensity and position of this high pressure area affects the Indian monsoon. The Tibetan Plateau get intensely heated during summer, which results in strong vertical air currents and the formation of low pressure over the plateau at above 9 km above sea level. The movement of the westerly jet stream to the north of Himalayas and the presence of the tropical easterly jet stream over the Indian peninsula during the summer. Question number 4. The climate and weather of a region largely depends on distance from equator, height above mean sea level, distance from international dateline, and proximity with major water bodies. So select the correct answer code. Option A 1, 2 and 3. Option B 1, 3 and 4. Option C 1, 2 and 4. And option D 1 and 4. The correct answer is option C 1, 2 and 4. Places farther from equator are likely to have lesser rainfall and a colder climate, of course. Altitude affects the temperature of the places. Places at higher mean sea level are more likely to be colder than those at lower MSL. Distance from international dateline indirectly refers to the longitude of a place which has no bearing on a place, weather or climate. Places close to large lakes or sea are more likely to have moderate weather due to the blowing of land and sea breezes. Question number 5. Consider the following pairs. So multi-purpose projects and the rivers they are situated in. Alamati Dam, Tungabhadra, Salal, Jhelum, Sardar Sarovar Dam, Narmada. Which of the above pairs are correctly matched? Option A 1 only, option B 1 and 3, option C 2 and 3, and option D 3 only. The correct answer is option D 3 only. The Almaty Dam is a hydroelectric project on the Krishna River in North Karnataka, India, which was completed in July 2005. Salal Dam, also known as Salal Hydroelectric Power Station, is a run-of-the-river power project on the Chenab River in the Riyasi district of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. And the option 3 that is correctly matched. The Sardar Sarovar Dam is a gravity dam on the river Narmada near Navgam, Gujarat in India. 4 Indian states, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Rajasthan, received water and electricity supplied from this dam. Question number 6. If you keep walking on the Mediterranean coast, starting from the coast of Egypt towards Middle East, you are likely to touch the coast of which of the countries en route? Iraq, Lebanon, Syria and Israel. So guys, remember Mediterranean के पास कौन सी countries पड़ती हैं? If you know, select the correct answer code. Option A 1, 2 and 3, option B 1, 2 and 4, option C 2, 3 and 4, and option D 1, 3 and 4. The correct answer is option C, Lebanon, Syria and Israel, as Iraq वो Mediterranean की coast पे नहीं है. Question number 7. Consider the following statements regarding the shale gas. Shales are igneous rocks that can be rich sources of petroleum and natural gas. Horizontal drilling and hydraulic fracturing processes can be used to extract shale gas. Which of the above statements are not correct? Option A 1 only, option B 2 only, option C both, and option D none. The correct answer is option A, as shale gas refers to natural gas that is trapped within shale formations and they are not igneous rocks. Shales are fine-grained sedimentary rocks that can be rich sources of petroleum and natural gas. Over the past decade, the combination of horizontal drilling and hydraulic fracturing has allowed access to large volumes of shale gas that were previously uneconomical to produce. So do you guys know the difference between igneous and sedimentary rocks? Question number 8. Consider the following statements. More fish come closer to the shore during the low tide. High tides help in navigation as they raise the water level close to the shores. So which of the above statements are incorrect? Option A 1 only, option B 2 only, option C both, and option D none. Do you guys know the phenomena of low tide and high tide? The correct answer is option A. High tide helps in navigation. They raise the water level close to the shores. This helps the ships to arrive at the harbor more easily. The high tides also help in fishing. Many more fish come closer to the shore during the high tide. This enables fishermen to get a plentiful catch. The rise and fall of water due to tides is being used to generate electricity in some places. So high tide आएगी तो of course पानी कोस्ट पे जल्दी पहुंच जाएगा, fishes आएंगी and पहुंचना ships के लिए it's too easy. लो टाइड में ये पॉसिबल नहीं है. नेविगेशन होगी कैसे क्योंकि पानी तो दूर है. Let's move on to question number 9. Consider the following statements. Maize requires moderate temperature, rainfall and lots of sunshine. Cotton requires high temperature, light rainfall and less than 100 frost-free days and bright sunshine for its growth. Jute grows well on alluvial soil and requires high temperature, heavy rainfall and humid climate. So which of the above statements are correct? Option A 1 only, option B 1 and 2, option C 1 and 3, and option D 2 and 3. The correct answer is option C 1 and 3. Maize requires moderate temperature, rainfall and lots of sunshine. It needs well-drained, fertile soils. Cotton requires high temperature, light rainfall, 210 frost-free days and bright sunshine for its growth. It grows best on black and alluvial soils. Jute was also known as the golden fiber. It grows well on alluvial soil and requires high temperature, heavy rainfall and humid climate. This crop is grown in the tropical areas. And India and Bangladesh are the leading producers of jute. Do you guys know the leading producers of cotton? Do comment. Question number 10. Consider the following statements. Roaring Forties are the westerlies, lies between 40 degree and 50 degree latitude in southern hemisphere. Horse latitudes are the low pressure and low temperature zone in 25 to 35 north and south latitude. Which of the above statements are correct? Option A 1 only, option B 2 only, option C both, and option D none. The correct answer is option A. The roaring forties are extremely powerful westerly winds that blows in the southern hemisphere between latitudes 40 degree and 50 degree. Horse latitudes are high temperature and high pressure belts. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you have any doubts, do comment, like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification for more videos. Thank you so much for watching the video. Happy learning!